What's up? What's up, y'all? What is happening? Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, July 10th, y'all. We are like into like the second week of the month. It's already speed by. It's like summer over. I swear. It feels like summer just in full blast mode and just went super fast. And I know the kids ain't ready to go back to school. I know they're not. Summer just came in and just said, you know what, we doing it like this. We gonna go just like fly through it. That's exactly what's happening with summer. But hey, we here. We moving through time. It's like every month is just moving by faster, and that's just what it is. You can't change what's gonna be and how it's gonna be. You gotta just go through it and get through it. So and that's what we're gonna do today. We got a brand new show. We got B Mickens back in the house with us today. Brandon, gonna bring him on in a second. Um, but welcome, y'all. I want to just thank y'all again for always being avid supporters and watchers of the show. Even if you don't watch it live, I see people going back watching the show, like leaving comments. Having their things to say, having their candid moments. When because they missed the opportunity live, and everybody like going live. They like putting their comments on live. So if you can catch it, if you can't, come back when you can. You know what I'm saying? Um, but today we're going to be talking about trust and dating, and it's gonna get some. It may make some of y'all upset because I know how people get in their feelings about how they do things and all of that. But we're gonna dive into it a little today, and we're gonna bring B on and have him give his inception and the reason. And we're gonna bring B on some of these relationship shows because B dating. You know what I'm saying? When you out here in this world, you're experiencing it. So we're gonna bring him in, and because we're gonna get ready to jump into the quote of the day anyway. So we got to bring our guest on for that. So welcome, Mr. Mickens. How you doing today, my brother?
What's going on, Queen? How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I can't complain.
Good to
Happy to be
see you
back.
again. Good to see you again. Where you going? Where you coming from? What you got going on today?
I just got home from running some errands and taking care of some business, so
Okay, okay. I feel
I
that.
ain't, I ain't really had time to stop at my destination. So I just parked it where I could and cut on the camera. You know how I be sometimes.
Well, good shit. I appreciate that. Coming in and having these candid moments with us. So we're gonna talk relationships and dating today. But before we jump into that, because that's gonna be a good topic, I'm super excited. I do want to tell the guests as you join in, we're gonna have the link on here. I'm gonna put the link up here for you right now just so you see as a comment. If you are interested in jumping on and having a comment about today's show and you want to talk about it, if we say something that rub you wrong or that you agree with and you just want to expound on it, jump on. Let us know because I want to hear what other people are thinking, especially if you're in the dating world. You know what I'm saying? I want to get that feedback. I want to get somebody to be in here challenging B on his thoughts and on his thoughts and ideals, and then they give their thoughts and ideals. I like that. I want to see that type of camaraderie. But getting into that, our quote of the day, I'm gonna keep that flashing today for y'all just so we can give you the opportunity. But if not, either way, jump in them comments. Let me know what you think, because y'all, the comments be lit. So I definitely want you to keep them comments coming because they still give us the opportunity to answer questions and get more insight from you as well. So, quote of the day: loyalty and trust for me are everything. It's the core of what I'm about and what the people around me hopefully are about. So, be what you think of that.
In regards to relationship, those two things right there are pivotal. Without those, you really can't build a solid foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Um, trust, trust is big. For me, in regards to different situations, um, trust is one of those things that has to be earned. Um, I just don't give my trust out freely. Um, and I know a lot of people today that's dating feel the same way. Many people just hand it out, you know, frequently. But I think that trust is something that definitely should be earned and not necessarily given. We all fall short sometimes in that. We all kind of get weak to the eyes of the flesh, but ultimately, it's the actions of what a person does versus what they say that ultimately rules ultimate domain to me in a relationship. Loyalty is extremely important. Honestly, in a lot of situations, for me, um, I take loyalty over love because something about love is something that you earn as well. So, I'll take loyalty over love, even though these days that right there is kind of like one of those things that everybody don't really subscribe to. Me
Mm-hmm.
personally, I think that is very important, especially in building a strong relationship.
Yes. I I agree. I totally agree with that. I think that loyalty is super super important in the relationship because it's something that loyalty and trust are things that you don't even have to question. So when you got those going on, you already got that solid foundation. You standing on a whole lot of brick mortar. You standing on a whole lot of foundation. But when it's even more it's even more dope for you to have the love attached to it. But
Yeah,
if you got that loyalty and that trust, you already got love because love has to be in there somewhere for you to even have that loyalty and trust. It has to. It ain't, you ain't gonna sit up and waste all this time trying to just build loyalty and trust with someone without it ending up having love for them.
right. I agree. Totally.
Yeah, so I think it's a hand to hand situation, but um that loyalty a motherfucker though.
It is. It is, man. That right there, um, that's almost one of those things right now, especially dating, that around the country, in Florida, as we see, and especially in this city right here, that right there is something that everybody wants, but everybody can't provide. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just want
Mm-hmm. Because loyalty, like it's a whole different dynamic than just thinking that you could just be like, but I love you. What?
to, yeah,
Love is it's an action.
facts.
Loyalty is a being.
Yeah,
It's something that's it's built in emotion, it's built in physicality, it's built in mentality, it's built in all those different things. It's a part of something bigger than just an action word. You gotta is because you don't loyalty ain't just tested on whether or not you're being honest and you're not cheating or you going to work when you say you're going to work. Like loyalty and just on that. Loyalty comes in many, 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 many forms. So it's a
definitely.
dynamic. It's so dynamic.
Yeah,
It's
and
so
sometimes many of us could be loyal to a default, to where it actually can be counterproductive, especially if you building with the wrong person. You know,
yep.
so
It could work against you.
it could definitely be against
It could definitely work against you. And it's the benefit that it brings to you can also be the thing that has you damn near hating the a person for a something that because when you start being loyal to a fault, you start to feel like you start to question things in your mind now. It's like what am I here for? What are they would they do this for me? Is this you start to doing that because you're not getting the same thing in return. So
you.
that
Right.
loyalty to a fault is very big. You be
Hmm.
trying here. You be right here more loyal and dedicated to a person than they are to you.
to than they are to themselves.
Or definitely.
So it's one of them things where you show it, you present it, but you can't be a fool about it.
Can't be a fool
Everything
about it.
everything needs to be equally yoked. Everything needs to be reciprocated if you really try to build something long lasting. I feel.
Yes, I think so. I definitely agree with that. Um, so we're gonna get down to some real nitty gritty business today because we got some things that I got on the agenda as far as trust and dating is men's. We got the trust issues and that men and women have. We're gonna explore the dynamics of the difference because most of them are somewhat the same. The trust issues are somewhat the same between men and women. It's not always it's not such a huge separation, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Except that women's trust is a little bit more built on um a protection methodism than a man. Like a man ain't looking for a woman for protection. But a
Right.
woman is. So when she feels violated in her protection aspects or her protection thoughts that she has of you, it changes her trust. So that one may be a slightly different thing that may come in as far as as the conversation goes, but more than none women and men have some of the same trust issues. And it just I think for me it kind of shocked me a little bit as I was researching this because I was like, dang, even though I'm a strong proponent and a strong advocate of what men feel and if they what they need and all of that. I love that. I love that. So I don't have anything against that. But what I will say is that watch doing this research, it taught me that in this aspect, men feel somewhat the same. And I guess I never thought that men looked at it as deep as women did on certain levels. That's basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Well,
get into this. So, but what you got to say, B?
no, I was surprisingly, what I'm saying, a lot of women, a lot of women don't think that men um, need a certain bit of loyalty in their situations. But in today's time, how people move how they want to move, I think it's very pivotal that if you're dealing with somebody that you could have a level of peace of mind with them to know that you ain't got to worry about them in the streets, to know that you don't have to worry about them um, stepping out and bringing you some home, like that concern men as well, and,
Hmm.
and just knowing that you got somebody that at the end of the day gonna have your back. So yeah, that's very very important for men. You know.
Well, some of the things that I saw in the men's worries about trust were really insecure things, like
Mm,
really insecure things, and it was like not like it was insecurity because you can tell that this person really was hurt in that method, like you know what I'm saying. So now I don't really have the time nor the benefit to even think that you will do different, like
yeah,
skepticism type of insecurity, not like a oh I kill you type of insecurity. No. um Todd said trust nobody. What
I
do
can.
you
I
think about
mean,
that?
I can agree with that. You're not supposed to put anything past anybody. But if you're talking about, what I'm saying, building something long lasting, it has to be
Gotta
some
be-
level of trust.
Yeah, it
Now,
gotta
I
be
don't.
no trust.
Right. I don't believe that you should put anything past anybody because we all are imperfect beings and mistakes happen, and you're gonna ultimately, I mean, in this big world with so many people, you're gonna find other other races, you know what I'm saying, other people attractive. But
Hmm.
ultimately, like I said, it should be a level of trust to where I know that whoever I'm going in the fire with, that I can build with them. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And even in relationships, I think some of the old dynamics of relationships that we
Mm-hmm.
were kind of brought up with, or seeing our parents or hearing our grandparents promote. I think it's a little bit different. I think each individual relationship should be able to come up with their own set of rules that they can live and abide by, that'll fit,
Yep.
their union or their situation. You know, so
So Todd says she's not yours, it's just your turn. And that's just a term that's been thrown around lately in the dating world, period. But that I mean that could be used on anybody. That could be used on a man nor a woman. So I think that's an alternative term, but I know it's mostly used toward the woman. So
mm,
that's fun. um so first
and
topic, men focus more on the negative. In a lack of trust situation, it says men focus more on the negative. And I, let me say why they say that. One of the ways to know men with trust issues is they are likely to pay more attention to the negative consequences than the positives. The case may be quite different for people without trust issues because they may not have experienced anything that would destroy the trust. However, getting someone with trust issues to look on the brighter side of things may be difficult, and you may need to present them with strong reasons to be optimistic, because if a man already has in their mind that this is going to fall into a negative thing, or I can see it being negative, you can't change their mind. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah. When it comes to trust, it's definitely hard for men to trust that we do come with probably more of a negative mindset than women. And that's probably because most men know how men are. Shit. I mean, we know that if we have somebody that's attractive, that we're not gonna be the only one attracted to them. We know that most men don't care. They only want what they want. They're naturally hunters. So that negative aspect as far as trust coming from men, that's totally true. But ultimately, you can't really fault a man for being a male species and doing what he gonna do. If you're in a situation, ultimately you gotta hold the person that you with accountable, because most people are gonna just do what they naturally do. So yeah, I can understand where that mindset comes from a lot of men.
so um with the mindset of saying they focus more on the negative, what would be a way to make a man or have a man reconsider seeing just the negatives? Like, is it something like, does she have to show you certain things, or do they have to like prove to you? Because like, if you coming already off on the standpoint of negativity,
Hmm.
what is she supposed to do?
I mean, ultimately, your actions need to meet your words. You need to match your words. If we build something, that goes both ways. That's vice versa. Uh, Communication is half the battle. A lot of times in relationships or in situationships or whatever, the lack of communication or miscommunication is what causes unnecessary drama. What causes men to feel a certain type of way or kind of lean towards not putting anything past that young lady or the company she keeps. But half of that battle is just like, you know uh, communication and peace of mind. You know,
Okay.
because
So,
ultimately you can't keep nobody in the cage. You know what I'm saying? And you can't keep your eyes on them, and it's kind of weird for you to be kind of checking up on them every 5 minutes, every 30 minutes.
mhm,
Um, so doing that right there is counterproductive, because ultimately nobody wants to be in a situation where they always being monitored, or you know what I'm saying, always feeling like something is wrong in a situation, but it's on that other person to give them levels of peace of mind so that they won't have to question too many things or wonder about too many things. So
So showing them that you are trustworthy, showing them that you're loyal, showing them that you can be counted on or depended on to not do things outside of the norm is a way to make them feel positive about you because they already feel negative about you. Bianca says, boy, men make it hard to love them because of the negative thoughts they come into the relationship with. And with you all already having those negative thoughts, I can be it's understanding because you had your trust issues, you had your reasons for coming into that mindset. So because we don't not come into the relationship without negative thoughts. We just are willing to put aside some of those negative thoughts that we have to see how
yeah,
or where the relationship can go. We're willing to take a risk. Y'all are bet like combative about it. And I don't think that's a problem. I just think that it's just something that women should be prepared for. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be easy to get to this man's heart. Just like a woman that's been hurt or that's been battered with trust issues and things of those natures, it's not going to be easy to get to her heart. And after we go through a few of the reasons that men don't trust, we're going to throw in some of the reasons that women don't. The next one for the man is they're suspicious of your loved ones. I didn't know this was real. I didn't know this was a real thing until recently. Because I never really had nobody ever act funny about my people. You know what I'm saying? But they said when dealing with a man with trust issues, you may notice that they have a frosty relationship with their family and friends. Like it's if they don't been hurt, they probably sometimes a person that's kind of like either they might go around their family or they may not go around their family. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the trust issues probably started within home first. Um, they sometimes people suffer from trust issues because their loved ones, exactly what I was just saying, have been the ones that showed them why they can't trust. Therefore, if you judge a person who is suspicious of his family and friends, might be hasty because he might have been burned before and doesn't want to experience it again. Um, so a lot of a man's issues with family and friends comes from the fact that they've had issues with family and friends. What
uh,
would that be?
so I can I can see I can agree with that to a certain extent. Um, some past situations that you might have seen when you were younger, whether that was dealing with your mother, dealing with your father, dealing with your aunties, your uncles, or just dealing with some of the information that you might have received from some other family members or seeing how they move can kind
Mm-hmm.
of give you ulterior mindset to what trust looks like. On the flip end, when you get to meet or get to building with that other person, and you get to meet some of their family members, just seeing how some of their family members move, just seeing how some of their family members deal with certain things, can trigger certain things in the mind of men. So, I mean, I think how you were brought up, some of the things that you experienced and seen in your personal life, uh, can play a small part in that. But ultimately, uh, for men, and I'm just gonna be clear, most times men don't trust the actions of what a woman could do only because of the situations that they've been in the past and some of the things that might have took place that a woman might have allowed. You know, having a man and dealing with someone else, and you being that person that they're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that right there can create a lot of trust issues because and this is not for every person. Every person is different. Every woman is different. But if let's just say for me, if I've had past experiences where um, women would get outside of their union to to vibe, to have dinner, to chill. I mean, and I've seen this on multiple uh, or continuous basis. I mean, it's gonna be one of them things where, yeah, I can build with you, I can like you, and I can trust you to a certain extent. But on the flip end, I may not ever put anything past you just
Mm-hmm.
because I know that human beings are imperfect, and I've seen the ways of the world. So,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes for a lot of men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, okay, we got a comment. I think that men and women have to get back to the point where they feel each other not physically but mentally and emotionally. Yes, that's what the dating stages are supposed to be about though. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to go through those stages of trying to get to know that person, trying to see, learn that person, and you could see a lot more when you being around that person on a regular basis. You can see who they are, and they can't hide that. And then at some point, even if they are trying to hide certain things from you, at some point it's gonna be shown.
facts,
It's gonna be
facts.
shown because you can't wear that mask forever. That mask has to come off. And it might be when you lay down at night to go to sleep, and then she see you um fighting demons all night long. Um, like it's just things that are gonna come out that are gonna show whether or not this person is who they say they are, and you'll learn a lot about a person just by being around them and seeing how they move, how they respond to things, how they deal with things. Not just because those soul ties, when you going physically into things, we know people gonna have sex, we know that, and we know that a lot of times you ain't thinking about what it's going to do because you are creating those connections, those soul ties. You are doing other other either beneficial or unbeneficial things to you all's union. If you're bringing in this soul tie connection, you got other people that you mess with on the outside, it's going to have an issue. It's going to bring an issue with who you dealing with on a regular basis. It is. You cannot keep up the facade for but for so long. You can't even keep up the charade if you got if you got peoples. Not nowadays. Not
Yeah.
nowadays. Um, Next one. This is the last one we're gonna do for the men, and we're gonna get to the women, and then we're gonna jump backwards and forward. They hold grudges. Men hold grudges. Another way to identify men with trust issues is when they don't forget. Some men in this category may find it hard to forget that someone broke their heart, and they might not trust the person in the future. They might also be a ripple effect of this broken trust, and it find it easy to believe some people even when they have genuine intentions. So when you're dealing with somebody and you know, and you could tell that this person is real good to you, and you believe them, you've seen nothing but that the actions are there, everything is there, but you're giving them a hard time because of your past, and you constantly questioning them even though you know they're there. You constantly asking to, I mean, calling them to make sure they still there when they say they're there. Like, it's things that you're doing, things that are showing signs of weaknesses to the other issue that you dealt with. And so you're holding on to things. They call it holding on to grudges, but you just holding on to the past. You holding on to what hurt you because you haven't healed. And now you're about to ruin something good in this other relationship that you're trying to build toward because you haven't healed. How 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 do you think a person, besides therapy,
Hmm.
how could a person deal with trying to put those things, those thoughts and patterns to the side?
Well, I think you do need to take a little time to kind of do some shadow work on yourself. You got to take a little time to kind of uh, to heal because what you don't want to do. And I think I can speak for myself. I'm not totally immune to this, or not saying that I'm guilty. It's been things in the past that's happened to me in a relationship, And
Really?
uh, I can't say that I have never been guilty of not holding my vulnerability or holding my heart close to my chest, just because of what past situations might have taken place. But ultimately, before you get back out there in the dating pool, and I think this goes for men and women, I think you got to give yourself a little time to kind of heal, give yourself a little time to kind of recognize some of your triggers, and ultimately kind of work on yourself. Like I said earlier, do some shadow work on yourself. That's kind of
Important.
doing that work behind the scenes. Make sure that the next situation you don't bring the problems and the troubles or whatever past occurrences or whatever past relationship into the next relationship. So I think it take a level of maturity. They can take a level of emotional intelligence, and I ultimately think that men and women got to take some time to kind of heal and kind of get themselves back to one. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I think it's especially with the shadow work and especially with the healing, it has to be done because there's no time like the present to try to work on who you are because you don't know how much longer you got anyway. So all that I'm gonna put it off and work on it later, but you're trying to mess around with people and do all that, you're going to fall into some type of turmoil with that being out there in that world and you haven't healed. You can't, you is not going to be easy. You got to take that opportunity to say, you know what, I need to do this, I need to do this for myself. And holding on to these grudges and things do not benefit you. Like it don't benefit nobody. It don't. Women hold grudges too, but we just know that it's a lot of times where men just hold on to the things that hurt them more when it comes to moving forward as far as that trust goes with a woman in a negative manner, in the negative, because like Bianca said earlier, y'all make it hard to be loved because you holding on to all that negative energy that you've dealt with and it's pent up. So as soon as you start letting somebody get close to you and loving you, you immediately start backing off. It's like an
Hmm.
immediate thing because you don't want that same. You're like, this what I'm experiencing deja vu when you just can't be in like just be in the moment and enjoy what you got going on. Um, we're gonna jump up to the woman side. A
Okay.
woman experiencing trust issues. She is overly protective. One of the ways to know women with trust issues is when they are too protective. You will notice that their protective instinct in is on overdrive regarding anything concerning you. She always ensures you are safe, even when the signs are clear. Additionally, someone with trust issues will always want to know your whereabouts and assure themselves that you will not be harmed. When you notice that her protectiveness becomes a burden, you can be sure she has trust issues.
Mm,
Mothering,
hmm.
mothering.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
I would think the quickest way uh, for a woman to push a man away and for a man to push a woman away is to smother them. So
You
always
better
try to
believe it.
find, yeah, to always try to find out their whereabouts, always try to find out what they got going on. Like that right there is a job in itself. That right there um, can be tiresome, and that right there doesn't create a level of peace of mind. So I will go back to the same thing that I said earlier. Uh, Men and women have to give themselves time to heal. I think men and women need to be and show a level of self accountability to see
Mhm.
how they got to that point and what made them get to that point. And like I say, you gotta ultimately work on yourself. You know, so.
Well, one thing about being a smothering type is that you gon' you will run that person away. Point blank period. You will send them the other direction you can they ain't gonna worry about pass and go because they don't want to come back. So you're gonna have to make sure that if that's an issue for you, you need to make sure that's something that you've worked on so that that can not be an issue in what you're trying to work on with this new person.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end, your issues and your trust is going to be what either makes or breaks your relationship. Point blank. Period.
Yeah.
Now remember when I said earlier that men and women had some of the same thoughts when it came to trust issues. Um, and this is one of them. This is definitely one of them. Men and women, they when it comes with certain things, it's not gonna be too much difference because they deal with some of the same stuff when it comes to emotions and stuff because we're human, so we dealing with some of the same things. But this right here is one that we talked about earlier and this is it's a reason behind it. You have the opportunities where um men are gonna protect their brothers and they ain't telling nothing. What the family, baby, the family go hard for a man.
Is that true?
The family go hard for a man. If you if y'all got these men be having these type of family members sometimes. That's why these women are like that. Just a lot of these women are crazy, 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 crazy because you got the mamas playing in their face, you got the sisters playing in their face, and it's other women and they calling them sis. It's other women and the moms calling them daughters. The families go hard for the men. The families go hard. And lie, am I lying, B? Am I lying?
Um. So, uh, in regards to that, I mean, I guess you got your nurturing thing going on, like in regards, like yo, I can't necessarily say that because I guess my mom would protect me to a certain extent, but if I'm wrong, my mama the type of mama that she gonna check me
She'll
for
check
what I
you.
do.
She'll check you.
She'll
But
check.
it's certain women, certain parents will wait until that person leave to check you though. They gonna stand there in front of them and protect them. You see this comment right here from this man? The family do go hard for men. This comment say, yes, sir. This comment say, preach shells. It's not a science to it. It's simple. Women got the family gonna go hard for the men. They're not going hard for no woman like that. They don't want no woman out here doing stuff like that. So women go inside in secret, in
Hold on,
silence.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Wait a minute though. You
Yeah, go ahead.
telling me, you telling me that women don't have that sister, that best friend, that mother,
I didn't
shit.
say.
Okay, okay, because
Say they don't have it. But
that
we
goes
don't have
both
to do
ways.
the thing is, you don't have to go through that with the women as much as you do with the men. When it comes to the families, is what I'm saying. That's all.
I just feel like most men ain't gonna go through that anyway because they already feel like the other person's friends and family gonna have their back anyway. So we ain't even gonna go ahead and entertain none of that and get to asking questions because ultimately we know that that young lady's people gonna have her back.
That go
And
that got a little sense to it right there. But
yeah,
when it comes to people having the woman back, it's the women that's gonna have the woman back. The family, the friends, the co-workers, the associates, everybody go hard for that man. When it comes to that woman, it's gonna be her friends and maybe her sisters. Y'all, ain't no daddy finna stand up there and tell no man where his daughter was and try. I mean, tell act like he finna defend his daughter and not get on her ass about it because that's a daddy. You know, they don't want their kid, the daughter, to be, if they hear anything about her tricking or doing anything. Not my daughter. He ain't talking about my daughter. So ain't no dude finna go to no, like you said, they ain't going to the daddy about it. They ain't going to that. And if they go to anybody and who they don't trust, it might be the sister or the friend. We got a list of people who protecting the men when they cheating and slanging and hanging and banging and
But hold on. The 9 times out of 10, the daddy ain't finna go for that stuff for the daughter because the daddy don't really want to know that the daughter out here being, you know what I'm saying, loose or out there. Like that's just they don't want to know that they daughter. First of all, fathers don't even really want to know that they daughters out here fucking. Now they have to accept that they daughters are growing to be grown women, but trust me, 9 times out of 10, the daddy don't want to see no messages going on anyway.
correct.
So,
So the man ain't coming to the daddy about it because it ain't manly.
so wait, how am I supposed to come to somebody that, hey, I just want to ask you this, Mister Johnson, I just want to know, and I just want to know, is your daughter sleeping around with other men? Let me tell you 2 things about that. One, that shows that man insecurity, right? Two, don't ain't no man finna just ain't no father finna just let you just get the questioning them about their daughter and their daughter sexuality and who they been with. Like, so a man don't even really want to hear that shit. Period. So
Right.
the male friends, all the for the most part, the male friends they gonna keep the motherfucking peace anyway because most men, and this goes on another subject. It's very far in between that women have heterosexual best friends, and that male best friend ain't been intrigued with them at some point, didn't have the opportunity. Um, if they had the opportunity, they would take advantage of the situation with the young lady. So the dude ain't gonna say that just cause he ain't finna fuck up that trust that's built because you never know. In a man's mind or a best friend's mind, he could be, you know what I'm saying? He could be next. And the biggest thing he not finna do is betray that young lady's trust.
Correct.
Um, I got my sister. She'll keep it 100, so I had to watch. I had to watch what I do anyway because my sister ain't good at lying. So you know what I'm saying. If a question get asked,
To be, I'm telling you, I might forget what you told me.
that part. So
Now I'm right here wrong because you mad at me because I don't remember. You should have rewarned me, pre-prepared. But
and
all
that's the first thing they gonna say. And that's the first thing they gonna say. You know, women are very smart and intelligent beings. So one, they don't forget shit. Two, they know how to ask a line of questioning to get what to get what they want. And ultimately, sometimes the things that are not said can answer a whole conversation, just depending on what's been asked.
you got to pay attention. That's what paying attention gets you. That's what paying
Right.
attention gets you right there. Number 3 for a woman, she tries to avoid intimacy. This is when you know another trust issue is in place. She tries to avoid intimacy. One of the signs of trust issues in a relationship with a woman is when she refuses to get intimate with you. No kisses, no touches, no nothing. Sometimes the reason might be that she does not trust your intentions. She does
Mm.
not trust your intentions, my brother. You might be coming on the wrong type of way. So now she over here screwed up in the head thinking about it. Therefore, she will also be on guard, ensuring that she does not get intimate so that she will not get hurt. She might claim to love you, but showing it becomes very difficult for her because she fears intimacy with you. So, as a woman myself, and I don't have trust issues. I'm not a person that has ever really experienced trust issues with a man, period. So it doesn't sway me either way whether or not to deal with people and how I deal with them because I don't have any trust issues. I haven't had my heartbroken for things that I didn't know. If I'm not putting my mind and soul in something that I already know gonna be worth 2 cents. So I'm not giving myself the opportunity to have the trust issues. Hold on really quick. Let's get to this comment before we jump into number 3 real deeply. With the Black family is quite a conundrum. We will have a man's back when they're wrong, but we'll treat a female family member much differently. And that's true. That's all I'm saying. It's a whole lot of support that stands behind. And I ain't just talking about in a relationship. That's in anything. When it comes to fighting, going to court for them, standing up for them, um, being there for them, letting them live home a little longer. It's a lot of different things that men get more leeway with than women when it comes to family members, when it comes to family. So that's a really great statement, Diallo. I appreciate that. Thank you for pointing that out. What Dee said real quick, we get through these comments real fast. I'm gonna need you to remember being honest with, because you got 2 boys, sister. He told me that's based on Bianca's comment earlier. She was like, she believes that it's some truth to that defending boys thing because she has 2 boys, and she feel like there's some truth to it, and he just on that. Candace says she loves this subject. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate that. It's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, and I'll be the grandma on the daddy side. and I never, like, when my brothers have kids, I'm like, dang, we the daddy side. and that always that always stuck with me, because they always said the daddy side be the worst side. And because the kids rarely, they more, if they not together, they live with the mama.
Right.
We just the daddy side. You know what I'm saying? My goodness. That tickled me. Don says, I'll go hard for both. Oh yeah, Don, we're going hard for both, huh? Okay, that's some Pisces shit right now.
Believe it. Believe it.
That's some Pisces shit right there, now.
Yeah, because we gonna find, because whoever wrong in the situation, we gonna check that. Not just taking a side. We want to take the side of what's right and what's wrong ultimately. But that's another conversation for another day. Everybody can't relate to
that. So, number 3, she tries to avoid intimacy. And when we talk about intimacy, don't always think that it's something that just is a sexual thing. It's even when that person is trying to go on a deeper level. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to open up. They're not going to want to explore deeper. They're not going to let you in on a lot of things that they find to be intimate secrets, intimate moments, intimate journeys, intimate goals, intimate treasures, intimate anything. They're not going to be willing to be able to share that with you openly because of their fear of intimacy. So when you're dealing with a woman that is going through the fear of intimacy, she has to not try to be in a relationship until she can deal with the fact that what caused her angst is going to eventually be in another person, or you need to see the signs before you go deeper with another person. And that's what we fail to do in a lot of ways. We don't take that opportunity to stand back and say, you know what, let me learn this person. Let me actually learn this person. You know what I'm saying? Not just for what they say they are or who they say they are. Let me learn and see who they are. And we're willing, and women are way too nurturing and way too allowing when it comes to dealing with people who have a mouth and then lack the action. What does comment say? I'm gonna let you respond to that, B. I think you really touched that, because daddy don't want to hear that when it comes to the young women. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
No,
they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that they daughters out here. They want to see their daughters as the precious little angels that they raised them up to be. You know what I'm saying? But your precious little angel out here that got 4 or 5 male friends and a boyfriend and a possible husband on the side,
Oh
and
my
having
God.
conversations
Man
about
said
having
the
her
husband on the side.
and having her a poly relationship.
He said the husband on the side.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
goodness. Why the husband gotta be on the side?
Oh man, come on now. We know how this world is right now, and what's being promoted and what's going on out here. I don't want to be naive and act like women ain't outside like men or like men used to be. The older I get, I see a lot of,
We
huh?
definitely be naive about it. We're not gonna be naive, but we know where women be. We know how women hang. We know how women do. Women have and not and this is what people don't understand. This has always been women. It ain't just happened now. It's just that it's becoming more prevalent now. Women have always done their thing. Women have always been who a man do some of the things that a man can do. They just know how it's just going to be done on a different level, and it's always like that. It's always like that. It really is. So
Yeah.
I don't have any, but I do. But I will say this: if when you're dealing with a real broken woman, and we talking about a real broken woman, when you're dealing with a broken woman, it's so hard to get in there. It's so hard. They don't and most, especially if they've been broken, it's so hard. So if you're really interested in that person, take the opportunity to really get to know who that person is, or just leave them alone. Because if you come around just to smash, man, tell that person up front, because she might just want to smash too. But don't get into that thing trying to make a person think that it's different and it's gonna be more than what it is. So let's say the precious angel acting like daddy.
That part. That part. She out here acting like she got the tools to. That's a difference. Listen, we can tap into that later on, but it is what it is. In regards to your question though, now is this before a relationship? Is this getting to know a person, or is this why y'all are in a relationship? As far as
Need to
the
know it's the
intimacy,
dating stages.
so okay, if that man is showing you certain signs and his words not matching his actions, then yeah, you should move as such. But if you uh if you are building with somebody and you say you building with somebody and their words are matching their actions
Hmm.
and you still showing lack of intimacy, then ultimately you're gonna have to make a business decision on do you really want to keep this man around or not? Because a man can have patience, a man can have understanding, but I mean, ultimately, unless they have came to some common agreement um, about a level of like celibacy or some shit like that, a man ain't finna wait that long unless he just truly, truly wants her, or
A woman,
unless,
a woman ain't
or
gonna
or unless her
wait that
actions,
long.
or unless her actions are saying something different.
A woman ain't even
Because,
waiting that long.
huh?
A woman ain't even waiting that long.
That part, and that's the thing. Like, let's not be naive and act like ain't nobody out here fucking. Like that's I don't want nobody to be naive and think that shit ain't going on. But if it's to the point where you scared to move forward and show a level of intimacy with this man because of what you think he is, or because of your past trauma, or because you know what I'm saying you broken from the last relationship, then you probably need to take some motherfucking time and you need to do some shadow work. You need to heal.
B, make sure you keep telling them people about this shadow work, B. Because we dead serious about that. You got to do that shadow work. You got to do that shadow work. You definitely
Yeah,
got to do that. You definitely got to do that.
because I mean, ultimately, you wasting that nigga time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're talking about that you trying to build with him or you find him attractive and you trying to see what it is, but you ain't did what you need to do. That's necessary for you to get past your past relationship or get past uh past relationships or being treated a certain type of way. It's ultimately on you. You know what I'm saying? And if a person is showing you time and time again through actions and through their words, and you moving a certain type of way, then shit, you can't get mad if that man move on to somebody that is on the type of time that y'all claim that y'all was trying to be on, or is on a different certain type of time.
Yeah, that's real. That's real now. So the next one for women, because we're gonna jump back into the men one this time. That was good, B. I like them jewels you dropped just then. Number 4, she loves snooping. This is a big issue for me. Um, because I don't snoop, but I know men snoop, bro. Men snoop. And women snoop bad. That's why I don't have. That's why I have issues with snooping. Like I don't believe. I'm not that type of woman who believes going through people's phone is prevalent. I don't like that. I don't like none of that. Don't go through my emails. If you got questions for me, ask me because I'm very truthful. Because I do things that make me not remember things. So I'm not gonna lie to you. Point blank. Period. I'm not gonna remember that lie. It's no need to lie to you. I don't have a reason to. So I don't like all that snooping. So when I hear that I went through his phone and this I went through this and all that because you doing do you how do you think you're going to have a good relationship with this person if you constantly looking for something? How can you ever get to a point of happy if you always looking for something?
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. And I mean, I've always grown up with this mindset. Um, what you go out looking for, your ass just might get it. So,
You
so if,
go
if you want to go in that phone, because like you said, if you're a person of transparency, you ain't got nothing to hide. If I
right.
got something going on and we not at that stage to where we got that title on like boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance or husband and wife, man, I'm an open book. You go in there looking,
Open book. That's
yeah,
what I'm an open book.
yeah, because I ain't got nothing to hide. You want to know if you the only one? Ask me. I'm gonna tell you. You get to looking for it, and you find what you looking for, or you get to looking for it, and you find something that you thought you wanted to see, and you didn't really want to see that shit. You gotta hold that L, and don't come to me later on talking about I went in your phone and I seen this. You just gonna have to hold that and be concealed with that frustration and that anger, and find a way to communicate about it because nobody told your ass to go looking for it. And that go for men and women. If I go on my old lady phone, or if I can find the password, or I can find, man, and I'm looking for something, it's probably about a 9 out of 10 chance I'm gonna find that shit. And when I find that shit, I better be able to hold that L. And if you ain't gonna be able to hold that L, that just show weakness in you as an individual. And that go for men and women. You know what I'm saying? You looking for something, you better be strong enough to take that shit to the grave.
Baby, that's a lot. You got listen, B. You got to be strong to take that, or you might as well just end the relationship if you ain't strong enough. Because let me tell you something. If you if you go through a person's phone, you likely to die
You
about
go,
something you might find. You likely to die about something you find. So why go look? You like, oh yep. Wait, let me see these comments. One thing I know in 2004, if you go look, you gonna find just what you're looking for. That's number one. That's you definitely gonna find it. Y'all don't like going through people's personal stuff because bitch, if you they see something, I won't be able to forget it. And I know that. I feel that. You see something. Oh my, okay. Baby, your heart be dead in your stomach fucking around in that phone.
Cause you gonna saw something that you didn't want to see. You a
You
female that went
gas
in the phone
you
and you
gasping as soon as you gasping as soon as you see it. You like you Fred Sanford.
yeah, don't gas, don't get upset, don't get mad. Hold that air because you took your ass in that phone or you took your ass in that email. You know what I'm saying? And if you just got to know so you can have the peace of mind and the clarity you need to move on, then you do as such. But if you doing this because you don't trust a person, then 9 times out of 10, you're gonna find what you're looking for and don't be mad about it.
You
Dude,
gonna
don't go
find
on
what
your
you
old lady
looking for.
phone. Don't go on your old lady phone, homeboy, if you don't want to see the possibility of 3 or 4 niggas that have sent her a random dick pic. That's just how the game goddamn go. And do not go in her phone and you going through her videos and you done seen one of her freaky episodes that she done put on her phone that she saved.
Oh
Nigga,
God.
you searching for it. Females, do not go in that phone unless you want to see that young lady or some young lady doing something strange for most of the time, no piece of change, or they bouncing that ass, or they showing parts of their body that's supposed to be considered. Don't get mad when you see that, because you went searching for it.
Yeah, because you did go search for it, but you this is another thing. That's when that trust come in too, because come on. If you dealing with this person now, if that's the dating stages we talking about, y'all. And these full-fledged relationships, none of that shouldn't be happening anyway. It shouldn't be all that other shit in your phone. It shouldn't be no dick pics. It shouldn't be no intimate conversations. It shouldn't be no any of that going on. But still within trust, you not supposed to know. He's not supposed to know anyway because ain't no going through no phones. I don't care nothing about that. We married. I don't care nothing about that. Anything. Yes, if somebody call, I'm pretty sure I got the right to answer your phone and answer it and be like, "Hey, you got a call." Da, 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 da. That's fine. But sitting up there physically, just be like, no, no.
Or he sleep, and you putting the iPhone in front of his face so the face recognition can open it up, or you using the fingerprint. You gonna get what you looking
And
for.
and then
Don't
you
be
know you
mad.
gotta go through all that anyway. You don't supposed to be in there peeping.
You ain't supposed to even be with that person. If that man and that woman got you feeling like that, you might not need to be with that person.
Correct. Correct. If you and that's a key point, B. That's one of the key points that I got listed today. If you have to go snooping, you shouldn't probably be with that person. It's probably something about that person that's already giving you signs that they got other shit going on. So you ain't gotta be dealing with it. But I know, everybody young, we don't been through our young stages. Everybody do their thing. Everybody done seen some things or whatever. But I ain't never did the phone thing because I always felt like I already knew something. So I ain't going to look because I don't want to confirm it. This is what I will always say and feel in my heart is that please just be safe and with your please strap up out here. Because
I
if it's going down, please strap up. That's all I care about because you got to come home to me. Now, and I'm gonna deal with it. Now, when I'm done dealing with it, it's that shit over. Simple as that. Because I'm gonna deal with what I want to deal with as long as I want to deal with it.
mhm.
Especially if I'm intuitive enough to know I know something going on. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? If I know that, I just need a nigga to be real and strap up. I ain't about to be going through your phone to see that you talking to Mary and Bob and Joy and all that, and then I get my heart broke even more. I'm not that stupid. When I was young and I was dealing with that type of stuff, I wasn't stupid enough to just go and say, "Let me go break my heart today." Got me fucked up. I don't want to know.
Listen, I
If it's
don't want to know because one thing about it is
no.
one thing about it, two things for sure. Everything done in the dark gonna come to the light. So all you got to do is be patient and let life play itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, um, secondly, like you said, I just don't want to know. Like I don't know if it's a Pisces thing or just a mature thing, but I've always had that mindset. I ain't putting nothing past nobody. All I
Nope.
ask is for a level of respect. Don't have me out here looking crazy out here in these streets and don't bring me home. Don't bring home no STD. That's all I can ask for.
Because
That's all I can ask for.
also going through those times and being back in those times, I probably had a little something going on myself. So I
That
don't want
part.
to. So let me not go through your phone, because now you want to go through my phone. Man, no.
We already know that Tallahassee is for lovers.
I'm just saying, we have to be honest with ourselves, and the honesty comes and when we growing up, things ain't always that broad and that like that open for us to understand. But as you live life, when you live life, you start to see how things are, how things were, how things going, and you like, man, do I have the level of patience for that? No. Do I have the level of time for that? No. But certain things you either gonna we realize we either gonna deal with this because we know what we dealing with, or we not gonna deal with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she said they both snoop bad, and that's a quick way for me to walk away. I'm very honest and upfront, so you don't have to don't do that to me. I'm trying to tell you, you ain't gotta snoop, because I'm gonna tell you what you want to know. Ask me a question. Everything be in that phone though, because everything be in mine, shit personal. I mean, my notes, it's my journal. It's where I go write down my password. Everything there. You right. You right. Everything
And
there.
be careful what you ask for. Be strong enough to be able to receive that answer that you asked for. Like, because you want to know certain things. I'm if you're a transparent person, shit, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna
And be
tell you.
careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
Be careful what you ask for. It's trust in dating. This is why dating is so important. Just jumping into relationships, you're gonna learn that your heart gonna be broke at some point. If you don't learn that person by dating them and learning them, your heart gonna be broke. She's saying, "Baby, a man gonna die if he would have looked through that phone." That's what she talking about me. That's what she talking
That part, like, boy, listen. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. All right? No, that's just. I don't know. That's just one thing since cell phones and camera phones been around. That's been a no. That's been a no for me. I'm not finna go in there. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
finna
don't care
do
no
it.
parts. I don't care. And I don't care. And like I said, I done talked to my friends. I done had conversations with my friends who done went through that phone. And then they done fought hard too. I'm talking about it's going down bad. Cause y'all done went through that phone. Now you go to that man about that phone. You holding that phone in that hand. You talking about, nigga, what's the, and now he mad because you done went through it. Man, it's gonna be a problem.
No,
So hearing just being a part of those conversations made me not even want to even having to do it. That listen, baby, I don't even want to choke. I don't want to be like, I don't want to gasp. I don't want to.
uh,
She said, I almost died, sis, when she went through that phone. Sis say right here, look at your own discretion, Bookie.
that part. That part. Don't be worried about what's going on over here unless you need to know. And 9 times out of 10, I mean, if you want to know, just ask.
Oh my God. These comments got me in the chokehold right now. Phone screaming, warning. This comment.
Uh huh. Stress the fuck out. And now you don't know who to be mad at.
I don't know how people sit up there and deal with that, baby. I would kill. Listen, I'm not strong enough to sit up there and look through your phone and not come kill you. I'm not strong enough. So I'm not going to look. I'm not strong enough. She talking about now you can't breathe.
Gasping for air. Nah, ain't nobody tell you to go in that phone. You thought everything was gravy. You thought that she could do no wrong until you went in that motherfucking phone and you realized that bitch on
Baby,
and popping.
I'm not going through your phone, baby, because I don't want you. If you're talking to your exes, if you got anything going on, I don't want to know about it. Keep me out of it. Keep respect on my name. and always strap up. Now, the old Shelby would have wanted to, if I ever would have did something like that, that would have sent me into, I would have been in jail.
Yeah, because I mean, ultimately, if you
Because I'm gonna go too
being
far.
that much,
I'm gonna go too.
that shit dead. You might
I'm
as
gonna
well
go
go
too
on end
far.
it. You might as well go on end it because it ain't gonna never be a level of peace of mind and trust. Especially if you done took it there. He can't trust you because you done went in his phone, and you damn sure can't trust him. All the shit that you see, and that go vice versa. So please proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Y'all is crazy in these comments today. Y'all crazy today, boy. She said, nah, asking ain't gonna do it. Gotta know who you dealing with. Who? So she ain't asking no questions. She going to look through the phone. She wanna see you stupid. She wanna see and then see how you are so she can go on and know what she dealing with. And that's understandable. Some people like that. I'm just telling you me. What she say? Be mad at yourself and the nigga, baby, because that, please, let's release this pressure.
That part. That part.
Start skipping beats.
You over there, you done went to the store and had to get you a fresh box of Newport listening to Tweet cigarettes because you done went through the motherfucking phone. Hey, it happens. But I think that right there is a level of insecurity. Now, whether that man or woman is providing you a level of security that you need the way you don't have to think like that, or that's just you. That's what that is.
You're right, B, and many of us not out here strong enough to handle honesty and truth, and many of us not strong enough to give it. And this comment is key on Reddit. She said, "I think honesty is so underrated. If people are honest from the get go, men and women, about what they want, relationships would be so much better, baby. Because people think they have to be who they aren't. And baby, one thing about me, I'm 100% honest. I'm gonna give you exactly what you're looking for. I ain't trying to give you another picture painted because I'm not finna keep up with no facade. So you're gonna get exactly what you see. You're gonna get exactly what you see. That is a great comment, Chandra. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I gotta start that. That was really good. That's and if we're honest up front, we do not have to go through a lot of shit. I ain't never had a reason to lie about nothing. Never. If you don't like it, I'm one of those people that if you don't like it, then Kid Rob.
Yeah.
I'm
I
really
saw
like
some. I
I'm
saw
really
something.
like
I saw something on social media that was kind of intriguing. It said most people don't cheat to protect the other person's feelings, or most people don't lie about cheating to protect the other person's feelings. Most times they do it because they don't want to lose that that place that person got in their life. They scared to lose it. Like, they might this might be your main thing or whatnot. This might be your, you know what I'm saying, your main dude or main female, and you doing certain things, and it ain't to protect their heart. It's just because you don't want them to. You don't want to lose them out your life.
you just don't want them to know.
Yeah.
A lot of times you ain't doing a lot of people not doing a lot of stuff for protection of the person that they with. They doing it because they don't want to get caught or they don't want them to know. It's
Yeah.
just that simple.
Want to
Especially when
keep
you
up the
start.
facade.
Exactly, because that facade gonna end. Proceed with caution, all right, and proceed with caution when the shoe on the other fucking foot too. See how quick I got his ass. They having conversations in the comments over here. I see. Been there, done that. Had populations. Lesson learned. I know because people, y'all. It's an adrenaline rush for a lot of people when they go through phones. It's an adrenaline rush because I got to do it fast. I got to do it quick, and I got to make it seem, especially if I got to do the face thing, if I got to do the fingerprint thing, all that shit right there, you got to do it fast and quick. So it's an adrenaline rush for certain people. It's big.
That's premeditated sneakiness. You already thought about it. You had to go through the motherfucking steps to get through the motherfucking phone.
It's premeditated sneakiness. It's right. Because men be out here thinking they are the only one who has desires, but shit, that woman might want the same thing as you. I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you. I'm
I
trying to
can agree with
tell
that.
ya.
I mean, I can agree with that. That's why it's a divide right now.
So be honest up front. Because if that's the case, y'all can, instead of out here lying about what you want in the relationship, y'all can have a whole different type of thing because that's y'all relationship. That's what I be trying to explain to people, bro. Your relationship is your relationship. You ain't got to be doing what the fuck nobody else doing anyway. If you in your relationship, your woman come tell you she want to go do this with another man or woman, and y'all like that and y'all good with that, that's y'all shit. Stop trying to sit out here and make things perfect for other people, and you put on the front for other people. That's if you upfront about that, she know what she dealing with. She know what she getting into. Give people the opportunity to see what they're getting into. Stop fucking lying. That lying gonna get, that's what get people killed. That's what get people murdered in these relationships. That's what get people stalked. That's what get people harassed. They're not
Yeah,
people
not
cheat.
just being open, like saying, because like you said, and I was speaking to one of my coworkers about that because uh she's actually involved with we're involved in a poly relationship with her husband, and they got a sister wife. Um, Prior to that, she said that you know the dude was out here just hoeing, and then she got to the point where she started finding certain things interested, and to eliminate all of that, like it took them to go to damn near marriage counselor to realize that all you had to do is have a conversation to be honest, because 9 times out of 10, um, the things that you were afraid of, your partner might be open to. I mean, like I say, different relationships in different times have different rules. So whatever rules that you all have and established in your household or in your relationship, that's on you. You live how you want to live. Be safe, but be honest about the shit.
You gotta be honest. You gotta be honest, bro. Like you can have some of the best relationships if y'all open that shit up from the jump and be honest. And just be honest. And I'm serious. I've never seen people have successful relationships that lie all the time. It's nothing successful about it. It's gonna end up in the coroner's office. Because it's gonna die. It's dead. That bitch dead. Right. I'm serious. Ever since I laughed real hard earlier at that other joke somebody put in the damn comments, I ain't been in my throat, my chest ain't been damn right. I have to drink water and shit because y'all in here goofing off in these comments today. All right, so let me see. We know that Angela Mary.
That's what you get for taking shit sweet. That part. Don't never put that past no motherfucker.
Sweet. That's what you get for shit sweet. And I think a lot of times I feel that when you're dating somebody, if you're not giving these people the opportunity to see who you are the one that's going to end up in disparity. After that situation, it's going to be you that's the crushed one, the hurt one, or probably the one that's dead somewhere because you sit around here playing. Y'all got to be these people. These people crazy now. They're doing a lot of crazy stuff, and you think you gonna sit right here and not be honest? Because now, it's gonna be a crime of passion or something that's gonna end up happening in that situation, and we too old to be so naive to who we dealing with and what we dealing with. We too old for that. We need to be way more cautious of it. Lies. Men and women cheat because they are not getting some out of their relationship. That's
a lie. I not nowadays. Motherfuckers cheat just because their favorite artist told them that's how you need to live life. There's a lot of motherfuckers cheat just because it's the thing to do, and they got time on their hands and don't think they gonna get caught. I mean,
Oh, it's
that's
just fun to
just fun,
them.
you know.
It's just fun.
I don't even want to get. I don't even want to tap into that. What's your what you got there? Cause boy, you gonna have an hour podcast turned into a 3 hour saga talking about this topic right here. You might have to come back and talk about this again.
We always gonna talk about dating. Dating gonna be always a topic that has to keep being happen because there's so many things that happens in the process of dating. But we're today topic being with trust and dating. If you're the reason why this conversation has to be had is because if we are not honest up front in these relationships, we're going to walk into issues, and it can be bad. It can end in really bad situations, and we don't want that to happen. So that's why this conversation is prevalent, because I want people to see and understand that you definitely not the only one that has gone through this or accepted this or experienced it, but your experience can save another person's situation. It can make another person see that might not be the right way to go. You know what I'm saying? Because we just sat on here. A lot of these comments was about after they went through a phone and what they saw, and or what made or what it made them do, and that was a lesson. So that would be the lesson that you would give to that person that's watching. Baby, don't do it.
Protect your peace and have the conversation, because boy, your shit gonna get disturbed. You get to snooping and looking for shit.
I'm telling you, and if you like what you got going on, and if you, this is my thing, because I want anybody, man and woman, to understand this: your intuition never lies to you. It never lies to you. So if you're thinking about that man cheating or your girl cheating, they are more than likely they are. If that's what you're thinking, so what you're gonna do is not go through their phone. What you're gonna do is either deal with it because you want to deal with it and you like what you're dealing with, or you're going to leave that situation. You're not going to go and do anything rash. You're not going to go snooping. You're not going to go telling the person what giving them ultimatums. Let me tell you why you're not, because there's plenty motherfucking fish in the sea. So before you sit up there and decide that it's worth fussing, fighting, arguing, and doing all that over, let it go. Because if you feel in your soul that man got another woman, unless you're willing to keep sharing that woman and for however long, leave.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be the best thing for you.
And if that young lady desires to be in the streets, then let her be in the street.
That's it. That's her thing. A person will truly respect you more if you are completely open and honest up front, and you give them the opportunity to choose whether or not they want to deal with you. They want to deal with you. Period. So if that's what you want, that's what you want. But you got to be accepting that it could be a possibility if you feel it. All I'm saying is if you feel it in your soul, more than likely it's happening. And then you need to make that decision on whether or not you want to deal with it even further. Because it might fall off. They might not be doing nothing long or whatever. That's your thing. Because I know people don't want to give up on their shit. But if you decide to stay, don't go getting insecure to the point where you're going to do insecure things, because it's going to cause catastrophe. Big catastrophe. Huge. You sound much. It's too much, baby. It's other fish out there. It's plenty of things going on. You ain't got to sit up and sit up and get played and have to share and do all that. It's really men out there that just want one woman, so you will be good. And it's women out there that just want one man. You'll be great, top notch. You just need to learn your audience.
Yeah. Now it's seems like it's far in between and hard to see, but you're absolutely right. It is men out here that want one woman, and it is women out here that want one man.
Yep. It is.
Yep.
You just gotta run into it, and you probably need to get out that last town you in, and
That
then
part.
explore a little bit more. That's
Hmm.
see what's out there outside of your city. All right, y'all. We're gonna wrap this up because I'll be going for we don't go been going for an hour and a half now. So I know it'll continue because it's a good conversation. I told you that. But the next time we have B on, we're gonna have him on here talking about something else relationship wise. And we're gonna dig into something a little deeper. And I appreciate you guys for giving your feedback today because it was very helpful. It gave a lot more insight to what we're talking about. Um and I just want y'all to be very, very mindful. Be honest. Just be honest. And I know a lot of people don't got it in them because a lot of y'all just fucking liars. Y'all just liars. Y'all want to impress and do things that make everybody else think that it's cool or you cool or look a certain type of way on the outside end. Y'all too old for that. Get over it. That's for the young kids. And we trying to teach them to be themselves too. So we got to be honest. You got to be honest. You really do. So make sure you take the opportunity in your dating stages. In your dating stages, when you going through these processes, you being honest. You
Yeah.
talk about what you really want and how you really want it.
And you allow that other person to make the decision whether they want to be a part of it or they
Or
don't.
don't force nobody in it because when you're not being honest, that's what you're doing. You forcing them to stay in something because they have no knowledge of it, and that's not fair. It's absolutely unfair. It's absolutely unfair. So I'm gonna see y'all next Wednesday. We got my homegirl on here next Wednesday. Candace, she gonna be joining us in the in the virtual studio. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. And definitely, y'all thank B for coming on with all that dating knowledge because he out here in this world, y'all. He out here in this world. Any single ladies, he out here in this world. I'm telling y'all, it's a plethora of y'all out there in these streets. So come with that
Unfortunately, I'm still outside and I'm trying to be in the house.
come with that real. Come with
Yeah.
that real. And that's all. You know what I'm saying? Come with that real. All right, y'all. We're gonna catch y'all next Wednesday. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Get into it. Enjoy y'all night. Have a glass of wine. Enjoy whatever makes you feel good. Take a shot. Take a shot. Do something good for yourself. Relax. All right, B. I'm gonna catch you next time on the flip side. Y'all enjoy. All right. Peace. Thank
Peace.
y'all.